Andy Reid is not getting enough credit for what just happened last night. Like, those quarterbacks were dead even. And actually, the slight edge goes to Josh Allen because he technically didn't turn the football over like Patrick Mahomes did. And yet, somehow, some way, the Chiefs won. And the reason for that is because
the refs.
the two
It's the officials.
Nope, it's not. It has nothing to do with the officials. The officials were actually very good in that game. Good job by the officials. Nope, it was the coaching. Because Sean McDermott is a boob. This guy stinks. The amount of times you run the same quarterback sneak over the same left guard that Jim Nantz knew was coming the first time you lined up to do it was a mistake. Like, you need to run better plays. 3rd and 10. Yeah, let's run a screen pass, a quick screen or a tunnel screen to Amari Cooper who can't run. Like, what are the play calling?
That was so stupid.
It was so dumb. On 3rd and goal, let's throw a fade pass to their best cornerback to our rookie wide receiver who's been like okay. It was the play calling from Joe Brady was insane, and every time Steve Spagnuolo needed to heat up Josh Allen, he did. And on offense, every time the Chiefs needed just a couple yards, they ran that stupid play action boot with Patrick Mahomes, and they either had a wide open receiver or he ran for 10 yards. Every single time, and the Bills were never prepared for it. They ran it 4 times, and the Bills weren't ready for it once. That all boils down to coaching. Andy Reid and Steve Spagnuolo do not get talked about enough, and Sean McDermott will always hold this Bills team back.
All right. Shime, great lead. Thank you very much. Curtis, good morning.
Good morning, Greg. So Ken and I touched on this briefly on Saturday, and I understand it. Brady Mahomes is far sexier than Andy Reid and Bill Belichick. But Andy Reid, if they win, all of this conversation is if the Chiefs win. If the Chiefs win, Andy Reid will be 4-2 in the Super Bowl. He will have 29 playoff wins. Bill Belichick has 31. He will have 302 or 303 total wins, about 30 behind Bill. He'll get there in the next 3 seasons. The odds are, as long as Andy Reid is alive, that he will get the stats to pass Bill Belichick. But what separates the two is that Andy Reid's lost 2 Super Bowls to the greatest quarterback of all time. Bill Belichick lost 2 Super Bowls to Nick Foles and to Eli Manning.
Yep.
So
Eli technically twice, right?
Right. Well, he's lost Super Bowls to those 2 quarterbacks. Right. So I don't think that this is going to be preordained, but you are far closer to Reid and Belichick being side by side than you are of Mahomes. I'm not saying Mahomes' talent is better. Like, he's the best player I've ever seen. Like, he is unbelievable. He's a rightful heir to the throne as the greatest quarterback of all time if he gets there. Like, I have nothing personal against Patrick Mahomes at all. It's just Andy Reid getting to a Super Bowl with Donovan McNabb. He's 40, 50 games over 500 with the Eagles. He's still the winningest coach in the history of the Philadelphia Eagles franchise. Bill Belichick was sub 500. So it is a better comparison to have those two. It won't be talked about as much. And Shime touched on it briefly. Spagnuolo may be like the greatest assistant of the modern era. What he did with that Giants team in 2007 to stifle the Patriots and what he's done with the Chiefs since then is pretty damn impressive.
It'll be talked about if Reid gets to 5 and Bill's got 6, the same way we kind of will talk about Brady Mahomes. If Mahomes can get to 5, what did we say, 5 or 6?
Right.
Yeah, we'll talk about Reid. And if he can pass Belichick as when it comes to wins, we'll definitely.
But I think he will. Like, I don't think. Why would you go anywhere? Bill's not coming back. Like,
right.
I don't. He's not going to have. I don't think he's going to have the opportunity. And I don't think. So it's right there for Andy Reid. Like,
right.
he's going to get. He has to get the record.
Yeah.
And so,
I think it's possible for both. I think Andy Reid could finish off his career winning this Super Bowl plus another 1 or 2 and end up with 6 where if you're Mahomes, can't you see Mahomes end up with 6? Well, I mean, he would end up with 6 too.
Yeah, I mean, so Curtis, when it comes to Tom Brady, the love of your life, what does Mahomes have to do to surpass Tom Brady? Does he you don't feel like he gets it with the three-peat. Like if they win this one, he's still behind Tom Brady, right?
I mean, from where I sit, in order to surpass Brady, he's got to get to 7 because Brady's 2-0 against him in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I mean, if we're going to look at resume versus resume, then that's where I would put it.
Yeah,
Maybe
but then
6.
you can't see. I don't think you need I don't think that conversation, because if he has the three-peat, and let's say he gets to 5, and Brady does, has 7, there will be people
But
because
who cares how many you win in a row? It's about how many you win total.
right. Well, then you could probably make the same argument for Bill, right? If Andy Reid doesn't get to 6. How do you
Because Andy Reid has done things with another team he went to 4 straight NFC title games with Donovan McNabb. Bill's won 1 playoff game in his career without Brady.
No, I get
That's
you.
why.
I get your
Curtis,
point on that.
Good question in the Twitch chat from Shay12345. What is their record head-to-head, Reid and Belichick?
Without Tom Brady, I don't know.
When it comes to Shula record, because everybody wanted to say Bill wasn't going to retire before trying to surpass him, I believe Reid's like a little over 51, I think, wins away. So that would be 5 more seasons. Is that attainable for him, or do you think that that's anywhere in his mind?
Yeah, I mean he'll easily get that if he decides.
I mean, if they win on 2 weeks from Sunday, then he'll have 18 wins this season alone. I don't think it'll be 5 years.
Yeah, he could probably do that in 3 years based on the way Kansas City racks up wins during the regular season.
How about that D, baby?
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a legitimate conversation. I think Curtis is probably right. If Reid gets 1 behind Belichick, and then does surpass him with wins, I could easily see people go, he's the greatest coach of all time.
And there's a lot of confusion in the Twitch chat. Legacy says, what do you mean without Brady? You can't say the same about Reid without Mahomes. That's exactly the point. Without Mahomes, Andy Reid won a playoff game the year before Mahomes even got on the roster. Andy Reid has 10 playoff wins.
Yeah, but nobody looks at that, though. We only look at Super Bowls, but we don't look at playoff wins. That's
if we're comparing apples to apples, you have to look at what the coaches were without the 2 greatest players at the most important position when comparing their resumes.
It was also the story the last time these 2 teams played, because Andy Reid has the most wins as a coach in Philadelphia also.
Yeah, oh no.
I mean, you can't deny.
But no, I think the difference is that Reid early on in his career when he was at Philly, he had Donovan McNabb, and he was able to really take that team and have a lot of success with them. Where I think Bill,
you mean when Donovan McNabb wasn't throwing up on himself in the
when he wasn't throwing, but he was still a top 5 quarterback in the NFL.
Right. Belichick had a top 5 quarterback in Bledsoe.
Well, no. Where Bill, his first go-round, I don't think you could say the same thing for Cleveland, because that's what it. And then once Bill became head coach of New England, look what he did with New England, and that's where ultimately his career went. And he never had the opportunity, obviously, because he didn't get another chance to coach at least this year.
When Bill was hired, he had the highest. When Bill was hired, he had the highest paid player at quarterback in the NFL, and Drew Bledsoe, and went 5-11.
Yeah, that he did.
Tom Brady was not, at least on the field, a douche. Douche chills when they get the first down and his hands go up like he's in the WWE or he's the Pope. Yeah. And the way he walks.
Yeah, he's got that walk to him,
like a stick stuck up his butt.
He named his children gold, silver, and bronze. That's all you need to know about him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That would suck to be bronze.
What?
That would suck if you're bronze.
Bronze is Patrick Mahomes the third, so they call him bronze.
They call him bronze.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that is disgusting.
Yes.
All right.
After every play, he's doing this here.
Yeah. No, his hands go up. Like they got that first down, game secured, hands go. It's like, cheer for me. Now. I demand it. Applaud for me.
And it's just like the one finger that's like constantly tapping his palm. It's so annoying.
It really is. All right.